Okay, back for another lesson on the notepad. Did this post earlier today, so I'm going to expand on it and talk about it a little bit. So you are the stories you tell yourself, okay? If you want different results, you must change these stories. Now, this requires a lot of unpacking, and this is a very simple way. Both these statements are a simple way to try to really compile a bunch of different ideas about psychology and human nature and environment and epigenetics even and development. So bear with me, all right? Now, most of us are insane, at least partially. We spend time doing the definition of insanity, which is doing the same thing and expecting different results, okay? We wake up every day and we're the same person. We do the same things, think the same things. A lot of us have pretty set routines. And then we kind of want different results, or we hope that something will change, or we hope we'll catch a break or whatever. Now, some of us are, focused on growth more than others and doing certain things, and we are maybe leading certain directions. But if we want anything different and we're doing the same thing and we're not taking accountability for, full responsibility, for full ownership, then we are literally insane. That's the definition of insanity. Okay. Now let's talk about sunken costs and how that applies to the stories. Sunken costs is probably one of the most difficult things to overcome for human nature, right? It is, like I said here, the biggest trap of the human mind. It's the idea of something we've invested in. So we've invested time or money, or even just our past and our history, right? We have this sunken cost into believing that we are the person we are based on things that have happened or that we've done. And so we stay basically living in the past, right? And that defines who we are today moving forward. It's just another form of sunken cost. It's like, oh, well, this is who I am. These are the labels and the judgments and the stories that I tell myself based on the past, based on things I've done. But the reality is, as we get to, your past is not who you are. You are who you are now by what you do. And this is true every second, right? So 1 second, 2 second, 3 second, 4 second, everything I do, every second, every new second, every one of these, right, is a new opportunity to do something else, to think differently, act differently, etc. So you are who you are now by what you do, right? It's a choice. You can be anyone you want anytime if you choose. All right. Now this is important to first internalize. Like you have to make this be, it's got to get in here in your heart and your brain. Okay. Then you can take tangible steps in real life and you'll start finding opportunities to change because you'll be looking at things differently, thinking about things differently. You will start breaking those thought patterns. You will start unlearning who you are, basically. Why do most people fail? And I'll give you 3 quick tips and then kind of the thesis of how to think about this today. So most people fail because lack of awareness. A lot of people have no idea that the person they are is a result of lots and lots and lots of environmental factors and their past and trauma and just basically their biology trying to survive and move towards things it wants, right? And it's mostly, for most people, subconscious. They have very little awareness, and some people just don't even understand like what the idea of awareness is or how you could be or why you'd want to be, right? 2, give control to environment. Most people give control to their environment, right? They don't consciously choose this. Okay, that's the thing here. This is usually accidental. So the people that are around them, the things in their environment, the patterns they repeat, even their habits to an extent are shaped by the environment, and then their habits kind of reinforce that, and it's like this vicious feedback loop. And then number 3, lack of clear vision and tangible goals for the self. It is not common that people have clearly defined goals. You might ask the average person what goals they have, and they'll say something like they want to be rich. They want to be famous. Yay, people look at me, right? But neither of these are a goal, right? Maybe you want to make $5 million. And that's what your target. That's at least now a goal. Rich is not a goal. $5 million is a goal. Okay. Even fame isn't a goal. I mean, because is somebody that has 500,000 YouTube subscribers, are they famous? Or do you have to be like Lady Gaga famous, right? So lack of awareness with giving control to your environment, and then lack of a clear vision and lack of tangible goals for yourself. These are the primary reasons that all this happens, right? Insanity, sunken cost, you believing the past is who you are, etc. Okay? So really today, the most important thing to focus on is just this part. Awareness. You got to start thinking about these things, especially these stories. So a couple examples of this, stories, labels, judgments, and statements like, I'm this way, or I'm that way, or I'm just that, or I'm not good, or I'm not this, or whatever. That is all fixed mindset, sunken cost, history-based nonsense, right? And it ignores this fact that every second of your life, every one of these seconds that keep inching forward is a chance to do something different and be something else, right? So that's short lesson for today. I'll be doing more of these. If there's ever any topics you want me to cover, anything, drop it in a comment, I'll do it.